Hi. Do you ever wonder how your favorite films come to life on screen? While we applaud the directors and give spotlight to the actors, it's the producers who turn dreams into reality. Producers are the lesser known heroes. They are the architect of dreams, navigating the delicate balance between creativity and business. I never knew about the profound influence of producers until I became one. I fell in love with film while studying for a degree in visual communications. Watching life changing films for 2 semesters completely changed my worldview. This experience led me to start writing and directing my own films, producing films for others, and attending producing fellowships in different countries, soaking up all the knowledge I could. In 2014, I produced Birdshot, a full-length film aimed at making Philippine cinema more globally accessible. Birdshot was chosen as the Philippines' official entry to the Oscars and became the first Filipino film acquired by Netflix. This achievement solidified my belief that as a producer, I can strive for cinematic excellence while also treating it as a serious business that can create positive change to the film industry. This journey led me to co-found a production company called Create Cinema. So, what does a producer really do? A producer, or what I like to call them, an audiovisual entrepreneur, is responsible for the film's life cycle from the start to the very end. They develop the script with the writer, raise the funding, oversee the whole production process, and handle its marketing and distribution. It is crucial for a producer to have sharp business sense in understanding how films make money, but it goes beyond just crunching numbers. Producers need a deep, profound love for cinema as an art form, studying film and art history, empathizing with the pulse of society, and being propelled by an intrinsic drive to learn are how producers hone their creative vision. Becoming a producer is like mastering a skilled trade. It involves years of training, apprenticeships, and on-the-job learning. Producers need to cultivate that dual passion for the business side and the creative side. Striking that balance is no easy feat. On one end of the spectrum, you have producers who are heavily focused on making commercial films, thinking there's a formula for stories that will sell. They think attaching big actors, adding a nostalgic song, and following a templated marketing strategy guarantees success. When these films flop, producers often blame factors like bad timing or insufficient star power, leading them to slash production costs to turn a profit. While some cookie-cutter films have done well at the box office, we can't keep recycling the same approach. This risk-averse mindset pushes producers to make low-cost films with tired stories because they believe it's a safer bet. But it's a race to the bottom that devalues our local cinema, where Filipino audiences start seeing our films as unworthy of their time and money. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you have producers who are focused on creating boundary-pushing art films. I have immense respect for their bold vision. Their films win major awards, travel prestigious festivals worldwide, but often they lack the vital business skills to sustain their craft long-term. The truth is, a little luck plays a role in a film's success. But as audiovisual entrepreneurs, we must find that delicate balance. We must elevate Philippine cinema by making films that spark important conversations while taking calculated, creative, and financial risks. To start, let's take a look at the current state of the film industry. The film industry is at a generational crossroads where the younger audiences prefer digital content over traditional cinema experiences. Boomers, Gen X, and millennials grew up watching films in theaters, but they have also witnessed the rapid changes in cinema over the years. Initially, studio films were screened exclusively in theaters. Then, TV emerged as a new way to watch entertainment, bringing significant changes to the industry. VHS sales eventually declined, giving way to DVDs. In 2008, home video sales dropped as YouTube, pay TV, and online streaming platforms started to rise. The theatrical window gradually shortened, and studios began releasing films online more quickly, coinciding with improvements in home theater systems. In 2020, the pandemic forced theaters to close, dramatically shifting the power dynamic. Online streaming platforms gained immense influence, becoming major disruptors. The post pandemic distribution model is not fully understood yet, but one thing is clear: change is not new to cinema. While some may resist change and yearn for the past, brilliant audiovisual entrepreneurs recognize that we are at the cusp of transition, and with change comes opportunity. Producers are the dream makers, the taste makers, the key decision makers. They are in a unique but powerful position to overcome these challenges with creative solutions. So it's crucial to be grounded on these facts to make informed decisions. As this dialogue continues to evolve, allow me to share my vision for the future of Philippine cinema. Innovate rather than follow trends. Let's produce scripts that introduce something new rather than rehashing familiar stories in the hopes of repeating past successes. If we're scared because something hasn't been done before and might fail, let's remember that every film is a risk regardless of the story it tells. Let's not get stuck following trends because by the time we do, a new one is already emerging. At Create Cinema, our North Star has always been to find groundbreaking scripts that bring fresh perspectives. We've launched a unique online platform where anyone can submit their scripts, helping us discover untapped talent. Our team of creatives assesses each submission based on storyline, character development, plot, dialogue, structure, pacing, and of course, originality. Once we find a promising script, we collaborate closely with the writer to further develop the script while preserving their vision and intent. In line with this, we must trust and empower filmmakers. As producers, we must wisely choose the stories and filmmakers we work with. Once we make our choices, we must trust their vision fully. Too often, filmmakers' visions are stifled with overmanagement and control. I've experienced firsthand this dual perspective of being a creative and supporting creatives, from starting out as a graphic designer to becoming an entrepreneur. I've observed that when artists are given the freedom to flourish, they unveil groundbreaking ideas unseen by the world. At Create Cinema, we champion filmmakers in all the films we make. We ensure the creative integrity of filmmakers thrive, while producers carefully guide and shape each film. Next, let's focus on creating more intimate film experiences. While films will continue to exist, how we watch it will evolve. Watching films at home is convenient, but the theatrical experience is unique. It's a shared communal event. To bridge these experiences, we should create cinemas that feel closer to home. I propose developing smaller, more comfortable theaters with flexible schedules, a wider selection of films, and spaces where the audiences can engage in discussions. These theaters don't need to be tied to malls. They can operate in smaller, more affordable locations. These theaters can also play a vital role in film education by screening curated films and doubling as a venue where film professionals can share their insights. Cinema 76 in Quezon City is a good example. Founded by producers, Cinema 76 was inspired by small, intimate cinemas in the US like Film at Lincoln Center. They created a space that encourages a lifestyle of watching and discussing films. This model demonstrates how a micro cinema can enrich our cultural landscape and strengthen our communities. Lastly, let's push for government support and change. Philippine productions often struggle to secure the necessary funding and support. We need to lobby for lower entertainment taxes, financial support, and stricter laws to protect film workers and the industry as a whole. Let us not forget that without film workers, there is no film industry. We can look to South Korea as an example. Over the past 2 decades, collaborations between the government, filmmakers, and the private sector has led to a significant boost to their film industry. Government initiatives such as the Korean Film Council have provided substantial support, funding, and promotion for Korean films, resulting in global recognition. With strategic government support, we can replicate these successes. This is a long-term investment that requires commitment and vision, but the potential rewards for our culture and economy are immense. Understanding that we are at the end of a generational cycle and entering a new one, producers must pause and assess the bigger picture. Short-term financial pressure should never compromise the commitment to quality. It's a producer's duty to uphold excellence because each film has the power to catalyze change. The end of a cycle is a common phenomenon driven by advancements in technologies that redefine the norms. It's an opportunity to let go of the old to make way for the new. The path forward isn't about clinging to safe formulas or past successes. It's about embracing innovation by balancing art with business. This reminds me of a quote from La La Land. How are you going to be a revolutionary if you're such a traditionalist? You hold on to the past, but jazz is about the future. Philippine cinema, which has endured for over a century, now stands at a pivotal moment in our history. I invite aspiring, emerging, and seasoned audiovisual entrepreneurs to forge paths toward a cinematic renaissance. The future of Philippine cinema lies in those who understand it, take risks, and boldly shape its next chapter. Who knows? The next time I watch a film, I may see your name in the credits. Thank you.